Did y'all see this disclaimer at the end of the X26 experimental John Deere tractor video? If you missed it, here it is. Hey, it started out sunny, but then it got cloudy again. Been having a tremendous amount of rain, crazy amounts of rain. Hey, pups, how you guys doing? Snoopy's not feeling his best. I don't know why. We're keeping an eye on him, but anyway, I gotta run for some parts. Gotta get in this old Ford Exploder again here and run get some parts. I'll take y'all with me. I have no idea why you'd want to watch it, but it actually started. I can't believe it. But anyhow, here we go. I'm gonna turn my Radicalo down a little bit. Like I say, I don't know why you all want to watch me running to get parts, but it can be nothing more than my magnetic personality and my sharp wit, I'm certain. Not to mention my rugged good looks. But anyhow, seriously, all seriousness aside, I gotta run and get some parts for the boys. They putting together a couple things, and I always enjoy running to get parts. Can you see me? I hope not. Anyhow, let's see. See, I don't want to get too close or close up. I look pretty bad. I ain't shaved in a week. But anyway, hey, sorry for taking advantage of your all's trust with my silly April Fool's thing. I just thought it'd be fun. Thought you all would enjoy it. I enjoyed making it. I was trying to leave a bunch of clues as the thing went on that it was just a bunch of baloney. But I guess some people skim over them and they don't catch that stuff, and I think there are a couple people that still believe it. So I thought it maybe be a good idea if I tell you what exactly is true and what is craziness in the video. So it is true that I bought this 2010 from way down in St. Mary's County, around that where the dealer was, and it's true. When I got it home, I discovered something very special about it. One of the special things that I discovered about it was that it happened to be a tractor that my oldest friend, my next door neighbor that I grew up with, owned, and he fixed up and sold, I don't know, about 25, 30 years ago, if maybe longer, I don't know. But anyway, and it had some special features on it. There's an extra super wide front axle and the rear exhaust, and I thought it was something a little special. But there is no evidence to show that it was actually an experimental 2010 or that it was ever used in experimenting to make a model known as a 2610. I kind of made that up. As a matter of fact, I bought the tractor originally specifically because I was looking for that particular configuration row crop tractor. Anyhow, I was looking for that configuration specifically to build a 2610 out of. I was going to put a 6-cylinder in it and call it a 2610. So I went ahead and bought it and brought it home and just discovered that it had been my neighbor's tractor. And actually the whole setup for the April Fool's thing was started when I put the video up that when I bought it, because I remember me saying I just thought there was something special about it when I was starting to set up for the April Fool's thing, because I was going to do an April Fool's video. Planned it for a long time, and it just was something fun, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Like I say, I alternated between doing something crazy and then doing something very believable and serious, like the breaking into what was supposedly the basement of the Debunking archives, which don't exist. And the archives don't look anything like the footage that I showed indoors inside that library or anything, I'm sure. But and then alternating that with, and then going and pretending to find these files or whatever. I mean, I knew that would look crazy, but some people are, like I say, I've built up some trust with you guys, and I didn't want to fool you too terribly, so I put some crazy whimsical stuff in there to try to give you some hints that, hey, this is just fun stuff. But at any rate, and then me sitting in the shop after I supposedly got back telling about it, I've had some people call me and say that was, they knew it was a April Fool's thing, but that was so believable that they wanted to believe it. They think, you know, how much of that's true? So I'm telling you, none of it's true. It's all a bunch of baloney. I'm sorry. Like I said, I wish it was true myself, because I think it's a really neat story. And, you know, odder things have happened. I bet you it's entirely possible that something like that did occur, you know, but at any rate. And then the old pictures, I kind of, that John Deere shirt with the old 1960s logo, the four-legged deer on the back, that is, I actually have one, a real one, because my dad, he used to bowl on a team that was sponsored by Unger Motors, the John Deere dealer, and he had, their bowling shirts had one of them big patches on it, and I still got the patch, but it was kind of faded, and I didn't bring that out. The patch on that shirt, I just had one of my old dress shirts that I never wear, because I never get dressed up. Somebody on eBay was selling a real one, and I just took a screenshot of that and did a color print on paper of the thing at the actual size, and then cut that out, and then I almost glued it to the back of my shirt. So that's a piece of paper, but it looked real on the on film anyhow. And of course, I filmed me with, you know, slicked my hair back, put them black rimmed glasses on, and you know, wore some blue jeans with the cuffs rolled up and some old dress shoes, and pretended to work on the thing, and then took some frames out of that and made them black and white for the pictures back then. And of course, I thought it'd be cool to put in a couple pictures of Kevin Costner as Husky Huskenhofer, and some of you caught that. But anyway, I just I hope it was enjoyable. I enjoyed doing it. Like I say, I wish it was true. But the truth of the matter is, I did actually buy an engine, a 6-cylinder engine. They're getting hard to find now. They're getting really hard to find. I'm getting ready to turn on the 301 South. I got friends in Georgia who, whenever I say I'm going on 301 South, they say, keep on coming, just put the pedal to the metal. 6-7 hours later, take a left-hand turn. But I'm heading on the 301 South here, and I ain't going that far. But anyhow, I got to merge. Where was I at? I done got distracted. It's terrible. I do that to myself. It'll come to me in a minute. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I really did. I bought an engine to build this thing. It took me a long time to find it. I was searching for a long time around here locally, and I couldn't find one anywhere. 20 years ago, I'm sure they were everywhere. I mean, they put them in some combines, and I think some 55s, some 95s, 105 maybe, and they did a few power units and some cotton pickers. Anyhow, the only engine I could find was in Phoenix, Arizona. It was out of a cotton picker, and it was on eBay, and it was cheap, and it looked like it's in good shape, and it was an LP gas, and I'm hoping it's the big version of it, because they made a couple different cubic inch versions of it. I don't know, was it a 217? I think it's 217, and it did make a 248. I'm pretty sure it was 248, and that's what I'm hoping it is. Hoping to find that's what it is. Way out there in Phoenix, Arizona to Davidsonville, Maryland is quite a thing. So, but unfortunately, we have some friends that we know who live out in Arizona. I mean, about 2 miles from Phoenix, and they were good enough to go pick the thing up for me. And believe it or not, they have some family in Tennessee, and they would be coming that way, and they stopped by and dropped it off at some friends of ours there. Well, it happens to be their family in Tennessee happens to be very good friends of ours. So it's sitting in their barn right now in Tennessee. I got to make a turn, so I'm turning off a 301. There we go, going back into business industrial park. I know it's amazing. You didn't think I'd know my way around to go to a business industrial park, did you? Anyway, my biggest problem is stopping at stop signs, because I ain't used to that. But anyway, yeah, it's sitting at some good friends of ours' place, and when I go down to visit my son who lives in Tennessee, my daughter's down there too right now. I got some grandchildren down there. When we go down there to visit, we'll swing by and pick it up and bring it back and start the process of putting it in the old 2010. Got to lengthen things out, but that was the plan. That's the truth. I'm going to build a 2610, but and I know it's been done before. There's been some people I've seen, well, heard some reports and seen some pictures of people that have done this before. Matter of fact, the engine that's in Georgia, that diesel, the guy had bought it and was planning to put it in there, but he never got around to it. So here I am talking, and I don't even know where I'm at in this place. No, I think I can find it. I was here once before, many years ago. It ain't changed much. What is that? Oh, anyhow. So anyway, that's pretty much the truth of it. I just thought it'd be fun. I had a good time doing it, and figured you'd have a good time going along for the ride. And wouldn't it be super neat if it was true? But it ain't. But it's certainly plausible. Sounds plausible. I'm going to go ahead and believe it anyhow. Matter of fact, I'm just going to say that my tractor, that 2010, I'm turning into the parking lot here. That 2010 self-identifies as an experimental 2610. So then that makes it real, don't it? Isn't that what we're told? If you self-identify as something, it makes it true. So I guess you could say that tractor's actually is true. It's a 2610 because it's self-identified. But anyway, they always got a ladder outside that door. I don't know why that is. Anyhow, I better run in there and get them parts. I've been jawing at you too much. I'll catch you later. See you. Yep. Got, hard to believe it's $155 in this little box. No moving parts. I'm gonna start making them. I don't know. Ain't much call for them, no. That's the only problem. Yeah, sir. My 2010 self-identifies as a 2610 experimental model, and it's in the transition stage right now. He's transitioning. He's in the transition process. So I'll film some of that transition as time, as things go on, progress. On the cutting edge here. Got our fingers on the pulse. You know it. I got turned right. Whoa. Heading down 301. But I ain't going all the way to Georgia. Sorry. Maybe someday. People passing me like I'm sitting still. I guess that's a normal feeling when you're riding in a Ford Exploder. Anyhow, going down here to the Kubota dealer. I used to be a Ford and a New Holland dealer. They lost that. There's a story behind it, but I'm not going to tell you. Anyhow, it's interesting to note. Several things of note here. This used to be the building where the Tucson Implement Company was, and A.C. Young. Next door to him was the Mass Ferguson dealer. And this is where I saw that narrow front 4030 way back many years ago. Anyhow, it's interesting to note also that when this dealer, Gateway, was Ford and New Holland dealer, the world famous tractor puller in the super stock ranks, Kevin Windsor, and his used to pull Baby Blue, and now he pulls a 6-shooter. He was the service manager here for many years. Anyhow, another very affordable item, $313. I'm gonna start making them too. Anyhow, I'm gonna have to start riding in an armored car when I go pick up parts. Woo. I don't know how people can afford to buy parts. It's crazy. Man, parts cost that much. How can you afford to mark them up? I mean, we got to get something for going to pick them up. Got to get minimum wage and fuel or something. In some places, double. I just bought it from a place that at least doubles the price of parts, because they only paid $150 for that thing, but they're charging me $313. So, what can you do? It's hard to make money in a Biden world. Actually, Biden doesn't have anything to do with it. He's just a face. I'm pretty sure old Bummer is behind the whole thing. He's still running everything. We got to get rid of him. Anyhow. Oh well, home we go, home we go.
This here has been a Farmways presentation.
You feeling better? Not sure you're feeling better, huh?